Hi guys, it's Matt from Optimus Futures, and today I want to talk about the coronavirus and its impact on the financial markets. So far, we have not seen any impact in the financial markets at all from what I observe, and again, this is just my opinion, as far as the coronavirus. I'm not going to go into the analysis of what is a coronavirus and whether it's worse from any other virus that has been there before, but I would like to point out a few things that people are talking about. One is basically the resemblance between the coronavirus and the SARS virus that we had over a decade ago. So when the SARS erupted, the Chinese economy was not as strong, it was not as big, and it didn't have such strong financial ties with the American economy in terms of import, exports, and things of that nature. That's one thing. And the second thing is the impact of this virus is being affected globally a little bit more, where we hear other countries of having the fear of people getting contaminated with this virus. Now, as far as the financial markets, like I said, we didn't have any impact. And the question is, why didn't we have impact? So when you ask why, there's really no answer to it. The real answer is it is what it is. The financial markets are very smart. The financial markets are not always logical, but they do dictate the behavior of crowds, and they're, for the most part, a good predictive tool. We have sometimes, as I mentioned in previous videos, the element of risk. And when the markets are being surprised by issues, usually that's when we see a bigger financial impact. At this time, we have something that we've never seen before. It came out of nowhere with a lot of news, and still the market is not being affected. So my theory of the last video that new events will affect the markets right away, as you see, like all theories, they don't always apply. They could apply before, but this is why we say past performance is not indicative of future results. So you learn a theory, but you always have to be flexible. What if it doesn't happen this time? So far we don't have any financial impact. But consider this. As new earnings come in, as new numbers come in, that may take effect. So this effect might not be as fast right now or none, but consider that it could take place in the future. Your goal is not to guess when. You have to trade the market as it is. You get up every day, you day trade, I get it. And if the market goes up, you gotta go long. You can keep, as a day trader, you can't always take into consideration longer term fundamentals if the short term fundamentals and momentum is to the upside. But I think that in the long run, what we will see potentially, okay, and again, this is just my opinion, is the fact that earnings will come in and economic numbers will come in that may impact the stock indices specifically, because obviously there's a lot of things that are going right now that I think will affect it. First of all, there are a lot of conventions that are just being canceled. For example, there is a telecom convention that takes place every year in Spain. All the huge telecom companies come there, sell their products. There's 3 people who got the coronavirus in Spain, or at least that's what the news said, and they cancel it. There's nothing. There's just nothing going on. Companies that go back and forth between China and the United States, they stop the flights altogether. So that will affect at some point, purchase of products or cooperation between corporations that have some sort of a financial impact. Apple, they closed their shops. From what I read in China, there's a lot of purchasing power in those stores, but they've been shut down, and I'm sure that people from the US are not going there anymore. Microsoft also canceled an event in some country that I forget, but again, also, they're not, that could affect them economically. Economically, I don't know. People can still communicate by Skype and phone and things of that nature. So that could be the counter argument for any event that, yeah, it's nice to be in a convention, but people don't, can still talk to one another. So we might not see any effect whatsoever. But what I would watch for is really the earning seasons. So now, whether you trade the mini S&P, the micro S&P, mini NASDAQ, or micro NASDAQ, look at the earnings. They release typically after the market. Look at the market movement after. Usually when we have, and again, this is just an opinion and observation, of mine, it's not a trading recommendation, but if we had a very strong bullish day, and we have plenty of those these days, if the impact in the aftermarket is very, very negative, that will give you a context for the next day. So just look at the aftermarket, see what happens over there. So again, I'm just presenting here both sides of the coin of the market behaving one way and economic activity on the other hand. Sometimes the market can ignore it for a long time, but at some point it might catch on. The market might deceiving everybody that it's just going along. When I mean deception, it's just maybe portfolio managers and big traders and institutional traders just didn't realize or still don't realize the impact that something like that could bring. And this is nowhere near the end, right? This is just, I didn't read anywhere where they said, okay, this is stopping. Every day I hear more deaths that are occurring. More people get contaminated all around the world. So I don't see any resolution at this point as far as, containing the virus. So that is all for now. Again, just kind of my approach to risk. And again, you always have to trade the market from a risk perspective and kind of look at things all the time and analyze them and always stay cautious, right? That's it for now. I'd love to earn your business here at Optimus Futures. I wish you all a great and fantastic weekend. And if there's anything that I can do for you in terms of topics, you can always email us, and I'd love to address it. You can always ask questions on community.optimusfutures.com, and I would be more than happy to answer it there. I wish you all the best, and again, have a fantastic, lovely Valentine's Day and a happy weekend. Bye for now.